'tis the season for Black Friday deals, and Iconic London was recently having a pretty good Black Friday deal that was kind of going on all month long. Black Friday is no longer one day, it is Black November. So I did snag a few products and I wanted to share those with you guys today, try them on camera. So I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know if you've tried anything from Iconic London. Let me know what sales or deals you took advantage of on Black Friday, and let's go ahead and get into the video. Iconic London was offering 40% off site-wide, which I feel is a really reasonable Black Friday deal, okay? Nowadays, Black Friday is just not what it used to be. I know I sound old saying that, but Black Friday to me is like 40, 50, 60, 70% off. It has to be the big bangers. These like dinky 20% off sales, it's like, that's not Black Friday, okay? Iconic London is one of those brands that I've always been intrigued to try more products, but it is a higher end brand, so I took advantage of getting them on a discount. I have tried one or two products from the brand before. Their sheer liquid bronzer is one of my favorite liquid bronzers. I've also tried their, I think it's called like their smoothing primer. That one was not my favorite. It wasn't bad, but I just didn't find it to be worth the money, and it also smelled like roses, which I detest. But anyway, I picked up like 4 or 5 things, so let's just try them on. I am going to apply the liquid bronzer, which this is an old product, but I figured since we're doing Iconic London, let's just stick with the theme. This comes in a little squeezy tube, and it is a liquid bronzer. The thing that makes this liquid bronzer unique is that it is very, very sheer. It says it in the name, but just in case you missed it, as you can see, it is very sheer. But that's what I really like about it. It's similar to the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt liquid bronzer in that you can still see your skin peeking through. It looks super duper natural, and you can't really mess it up. It doesn't pick up the foundation underneath. It doesn't get patchy, which is my big pet peeve with liquid products. It's pretty foolproof. Especially in the winter, my skin is super fair. I can go really overboard with bronzer really quickly. So I do prefer, for the most part, formulas that are a little bit more sheer. So if you're like me and you like a more natural, everyday, no makeup, sheer type of product, I think you would really like this liquid bronzer from Iconic London. The only thing I will say is that you don't get a lot of product, and you do need quite a bit. You're gonna go through it kind of quickly because it is so sheer. Whereas with the Makeup by Mario, you get a lot more product for around the same amount of money. Just something to keep in mind. I personally found mine at my local Marshalls, so maybe try to find it on a discount if you are interested in testing it out. And also I would say too, the shades are a little bit flexible, and if you do want a little bit more impact, you can probably go up a shade from what you would think that you normally are. I personally have the lightest shade in Beach Vibes, which works for me, but I do think I could go up the next shade and it would work just as well, and I probably wouldn't have to use as much product. I'm gonna go ahead and set my makeup because I don't have any liquids to test out, but I do have a powder blush. So let me set, and then we will test out the powder blush. Before we put on the blush, I did want to apply a lip oil that I picked up. This is the Lustre lip oil, and I got the shade One to Watch, which is this beautiful cherry red. It's a really elegant, sort of chunky packaging with the metallic gold lid, which I think looks really nice. The doe foot is very large, and it has a little bit of a slant, which hugs the lips very nicely. Ooh. It's a very thick consistency. And it smells like Fruit Loops. It smells really good. Ooh, it gives it a little bit of pigment, but it's definitely not as intense as it looks in the tube. But I think that's nice. Like, you could just throw this on without a mirror and it would just hydrate your lips and add a little bit of color, but not too much. You don't have to worry about going outside of the lip lines. That feels really good. It reminds me a little bit of the NYX Fat Oil Lip Drips, that sort of consistency where it's a little bit thicker, not sticky, but it feels like it's gonna grip onto your lips. It's not super slidey, glidey, oily feeling. It feels almost like a thicker gloss, but it feels really, really nice, and I love the smell. That's a big selling point for me. All right, so for blush, it's actually a blush highlight hybrid. This is their Kissed by the Sun Multi-Use Cheek Glow. I got the shade So Cheeky, which I was thinking would be a nice sunburnt bronzer, blonzer type of shade. I'm a little scared that this is going to look like a bruise on my skin just because it looks a bit more purpley in person than it did online. I thought it was going to be a little bit more rosy brown. In person, it's pulling a little bit more purpley brown, which could look like a bruise on my skin tone. And it looks a little glittery in the pan, not gonna lie. The packaging is stunning. Again, it's that metallic gold, which just screams luxury to me. This does look very glowy, so I'm gonna tread lightly here. Oh yeah. It is quite glowy. It's pretty, but I can tell the more you add, it is going to emphasize any texture. If you have any breakouts, large pores, texture on your cheeks, this is definitely going to highlight it. It looks more highlightery than I was expecting. Personally, I think I would use this more as a blush topper. Go in with a maybe matte or liquid blush underneath, and then just do a thin veil of this over top to add a slight bit of glow. Because you can see it is very, very, very glowy. And I don't know if you can tell, it does emphasize the texture on your cheek just a bit. It's pretty though. Okay, so I lied. I do have one more liquid product to test. I totally forgot. I have the Rollaway Glow Liquid Highlighter. This is probably the product I was most intrigued and excited to try. I've had this on my Ulta Loves list forever. I remember when it first launched, I was immediately intrigued because it has this little roller ball applicator, which just takes me back to my elementary school days when these little roller ball lip glosses were all the rage. Do you guys remember that? I've never seen a highlighter or even a blush or any sort of makeup product other than a lip gloss with this style applicator. They took the sponge tip applicator, which is really trendy, and put a twist on it, something different, and I appreciate that. Whoa. Wow, she's intense. Do I even have something to blend this? All right, I'm just gonna tap this in with my finger. I did already apply that powder blush. I probably should have applied the highlight first, but like I said, I totally forgot. So hopefully this doesn't disrupt the product underneath. No, it seems to be working okay. That is stunning. It's like liquid glass. I think on my fair skin now, it's leaving a slight cast. It's maybe a little bit too deep for my super duper fair skin. This is the lightest shade they offer. It's in Champagne Chic. So I wish they offered one lighter shade just for my super fair girlies out there, but oh my gosh, in the summertime, I'm going to be bathing my entire body in this. Ooh, it's so pretty. And I was worried the roller was going to be too stiff or stuck and it would drag on the skin, but it actually glides really nicely. That is gorgeous. Beautiful. The last two products I have to test are for the lips. We have the Fuller Pout Sculpting Lip Liner. It's dual-sided. You get a little sponge to blur your lip line. And then, of course, you get the lip liner. I have the shade Material Girl, which is just a mid-tone brownie nude. I wouldn't say it's overly cool or warm tone. It's sort of right in the middle, like a neutral brown. It is a wooden sharpenable pencil. Ooh, but it glides on beautifully, not too dry, does not tug at the lips. It's actually really creamy for a wooden pencil. I'm pretty surprised. I don't know if this is going to be the most long-lasting lip liner. I'll go ahead and put a note in the description box if I notice it wearing off super duper quickly or if I notice it staying around for a long time. And I'll let this dry in the back of my hand and see if it smudges. I am a sucker for a pillowy matte lip. I used to love the NYX Softy lip creams. The shades London and Stockholm were my favorite. I used to wear them all the time. And I think this is supposed to be a similar type of formula. This is their Cloud Kiss Matte Lip Mousse. It comes in a sort of unique package. It's like a squeezy tube, but also has a doe foot. And I got the shade Dare to Bear. It's a lighter sort of peachy nude right here. So let's go ahead and apply that to the center of the lips. Oh yeah, it has that silicone-y, slippy feel. Really pretty color. Feels really smooth. Very pigmented. That feels nice. Obviously, this is not going to be a transfer-proof formula, but if you like a matte lip that feels really comfortable, I think you would like this formula. Very pretty. I'm just going to redefine the lip line a little bit. With that lip cream, I would say you need to exfoliate your lips before applying it because it's smoothing on the lips, but it is going to cling to any dry patches that you have. So just something to keep in mind. But I think that's a really pretty lip combo. Just gonna contour my nose slightly with a little bit of this powder bronzer from Essence. And also underneath the lip. And that is that, friends. I am super impressed. All right, let me just quickly give you my first impressions. My favorite product I tried, this highlighter. Whew, stunning. Love it. I wish there was a lighter shade, but ooh, it is pretty. I also really love this lip oil. It felt so thick and luscious, and I love the tutti frutti smell. I don't know if I would recommend purchasing this full price just because I do feel like it is so similar to the fat oil lip drip from NYX. Like these could almost be dupes for each other, I feel. Smell, texture, everything. So if you can get it on a discount, I don't think you'd be disappointed, but you have to like a thicker feeling lip oil. You guys already know, this is not a new product, but you already know I love the sheer liquid bronzer. If you love a sheer, no makeup, no mess up type of liquid product, I think you would really enjoy this. I also really love the lip product so far. The lip liner felt really smooth and creamy going on. I love the shade of it. I don't think it's going to be the most long lasting. I can already tell. I've given it a couple minutes and it's pretty smudgy. It hasn't set down. So if you want a really super duper locked and loaded long lasting lip liner, I don't know if this will be the one for you, but for an everyday easy lip liner, this is nice. Again, I don't know if I would recommend full price because I do think there are better lip liners or just for what I love. If I'm gonna spend $20 on a lip liner, I want it to last really well. So I don't know, again, if I would purchase this full price, but I don't think it's bad. So far with the matte lip cream, I think it's nice. It feels really good. I like the color. Again, I think if you have very dry, cracked lips, this is probably not gonna be the most flattering, but I'm not mad about it. Again, I don't know if I would purchase it full price, but I'm not mad I got it on a sale. The only product I'm like, I don't know, is this Kiss by the Sun multi-use cheek glow. I think most of it has to do with the shade. I think a lighter shade would probably be more flattering for my skin tone. I feel like this one is verging on bruise territory and it's almost too metallic for my preferences. You gotta like a very metallic, shiny cheek. This is not for the faint of heart. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, overall guys, that was so much fun. I'm so excited I got to test out some of these products for a really good discount. I, for one, love a sale. I appreciate some brands are still trying to keep up the Black Friday spirit and doing at least 40% off. So yeah, let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. Have you tried any of these products? I hope you guys had fun hanging out with me. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and I'll catch you guys in my next video.